Good day and welcome to the dining table. Did President Biden bypass New York leaders to have ice cream? Subscribe, like, and share. President Biden went to New York City about a week ago and had ice cream. He did not meet with the governor. He did not meet with the mayor. He did not meet with any of the leaders. He had ice cream. Now, the United States has open borders. Uh, don't know if there are any terrorists that could have come through the borders, and this is something that the FBI is saying. They have concern of possible terrorist threats on American soil, and as a September 11th survivor, that is troubling for me. We have homeless crisis, we have migrant crisis, and our president went to the center of the United States and did not meet with any of the leaders and have not met with uh, the mayor in a very long time. And they are from the same political party. And I want to say this: I am not Democrat. I am not Republican. I am an independent thinker. I'm looking at what is happening today. And for the president not to speak to the mayor of New York City, but yet you see the president welcome with red carpet so many leaders from so many other countries. I say it again, who is watching the United States? Let's first listen to Mayor Adams. This is June of 2023. He is holding a press conference about creating housing shelters for migrants with the clergy. And a member of the press is asking him, when was the last time you spoke with President Biden? Let's listen.
Of the mayors that are impacted by this, we sent a letter to the White House to request a meeting with the president. The last time I spoke face to face to the president was probably earlier this year on this topic at an event.
Let's rewind that. So you see what he says. He said a coalition of mayors that he helped start sent a letter to the president requesting a meeting. Now, this press conference is from June 2023, and he says that the last time he spoke was earlier that year. Let's listen again.
Of the mayors that are impacted by this, we sent a letter to the White House to request a meeting with the president. The last time I spoke face to face to the president was probably earlier this year on this topic at an event. Had an opportunity to speak with him, but other than that, we have not. But we just sent a letter to the White House requesting.
He said at an event. So he had the opportunity to speak to him, the president of the United States, the mayor of New York City, not in a meeting, not in the office, just at an event.
To sit down with the president and talk about this.
He says that Governor Hochul has helped New York City, even though the White House and President Biden's administration hasn't said anything.
Talk about this. Governor Hochul has been a part.
A couple months later, the mayor of Denver, as part of this coalition, sent out a letter to President Biden again. So this had to be a different letter than the letter that he spoke about in the press conference. In this letter, they are requesting a meeting. So this seems like it's the second request. They are also asking for additional funding for the migrant crisis. They are asking to accelerate work authorizations for eligible people. They are also asking to increase the amount of work authorizations that are issued. And they are saying if there can be a coordination of the entry coming in. Well, yeah, there should be a coordination of the entry. They shouldn't be coming in through those very unsafe conditions to the border. They come in, they have money to pay the cartels. There has to be another system that's safer for them. People are getting stuck in the barbed wires. There's children in there. This I mean, if I come in as an American citizen, born American citizen, come from another country to America, I, I have to go through so many security measures, and that's the coordination of entry to come into the country, and that should be the coordination of coming into the country for everyone. So they're also talking about uh, 30 days. They believe that the work authorizations, as soon as people come in, they should be able to get them quickly. So this seems like a follow-up letter. I don't know if this is the second or the third letter, but this letter in October of 2023 is requesting another meeting with President Biden. What's going on, President Biden? Now, this is December 2023, 2 months after that letter was sent, and Mayor Adams is being asked again, when was the last time he spoke to President Biden? Let's listen.
Ask about the president. I have not communicated with the president since I think earlier this year was the last time I communicated with him, either earlier this year or late last year, around the same time.
This is February 2024. This is a couple days before President Biden is set to go to New York City. And at a weekly press briefing, Mayor Adams is asked about President Biden. Let's listen.
No, I'm not running for president. I'm the mayor of the city, and so I think that their campaign team can give you analysis of what they're doing right or wrong. I know that people thought the economy was going to be far worse than it is, and it appears as though our economy is recovering well. I thought that their plan was a great plan. We're seeing the benefit of that. He has done some amazing things around public safety. And I think that what I believe is that the president has really navigated us through COVID. He has navigated us through a real economic downturn. I was speaking with Jock the other day, and all the economic experts thought that we were headed for a very dark place financially, and just the opposite. I mean, he's a president. I mean, if he has to take the negative on things, we need to look at the positive. So I think people need to just get his message out, and I'm sure he's going to do that. The campaign season is just still revving up. Primaries are still going on, and as I stated before, I'm a supporter of the president, and I look forward to him leading for another 4 years.
He has to. They're the same political party, and he has to continue to support him on the party that he's a part of. But he's not mentioning the meeting, and that's a concern that they're not having communication. He said he did a lot on public safety because he was in New York City. They did the gun violence, the whole conference with that, but they have not spoken, and they've sent numerous letters to the president, and the president has not spoken. This is a couple days later at a town hall that the mayor is doing in Brooklyn. Let's listen.
Asylum seekers are sleeping in precincts, airports, in hospitals. That's not happening here. And it's costing us a lot. I've been to Washington 10 times, and they made it clear we're on our own.
On our own? This is the United States. This is a city, a state within the United States. President Biden is talking about every other country but the United States. What do you mean you're on your own? What should the people of the United States think? We're on our own? Now, this is Mayor Adams' press briefing, which is a couple days after that last video and the day before President Biden is set to go to New York City. Let's listen.
We're going to do our job, but we should be asking the national government, why is this happening to Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, Houston, Washington, that is the focus that I just.
So that's what he wants to know. He's also want to know why is it happening to all these all these states. Sorry, excuse me, all these cities, and they're not getting the assistance that they need. And governors are trying to get assistance. They're just not communicating. They've asked numerous times to have meetings, not understanding why they're not why President Biden is not having a meeting with the mayors of his city. Now, he recently had a meeting with the governors of the United States. That was through an association. Many of them have requested to meet with President Biden, have not gotten it. They had to get it through this association meeting. This is alarming. There's a lot going on in the country, and for them to not be communicating, other countries are paying attention to this, and they're noticing that these governors and these mayors are asking, they may want money and they want resources, but they're asking for meetings and not getting them. Now Mayor Adams is being asked, does he have any meetings planned with President Biden? Let's listen.
Just your first question, no, there's no plan on the calendar of a visit. I think we have been clear on our 10 trips to the White House, speaking with his team, that we're hoping any policies would include a decompression strategy at the border, proper funding, the right to work.
No meeting. Mayor Adams, come on. You don't feel right about that. That you are the mayor of New York City, that you and President Biden were having a great time not too long ago, and that he is not communicating back. Like that's something is wrong. Something is wrong. It's pretty scary to see the United States like this and New York City like this look so vulnerable to other countries. They may be sitting there like, the president doesn't even meet with the people of the leaders of his own country. He's helping everyone. Not that you can't help our other country, that you shouldn't help other countries. That's what we do, but you have to take care of the United States too. You have to meet. There's people that are hungry. There are people that are homeless. There are people that have mental issues. There are people that, we have to help our next professionals. You're not even communicating with the leaders of your cities in your own country. Every time I listen to a press conference, it's always about another country. President Biden posts on X, "It was great to return to late night 10 years after Seth's inaugural episode. Amy, thanks for the invite." Here's your president eating ice cream when America is going through a crisis, a migrant crisis, also a homeless crisis. So a senator wrote, "Hope Joe Biden enjoyed going out for ice cream in New York City while the rest of the city is afraid of crime and migrants." And after all this, Mayor Eric Adams writes, "Guess you haven't visited New York City in a while. Jobs are up, crime is down, and we're delivering for working people. All that, and we support reproductive health, especially IVF." Until next time.